Also developing tonight, Mario Green, the man accused of murdering his ex-wife and sparking a manhunt, is now under arrest. A second suspect accused of harboring him, also in custody. Fox 2's Camila Mary was working this story earlier and brings us up to speed.
Tonight, Mario Green is in police custody. Investigators say he walked into Henry Ford Hospital Friday morning, went to the basement where his ex-wife Latricia Green worked, and fatally shot her. The shooting sparked fear throughout the hospital. Police arrested Mario Green around 3:30 a.m. Saturday morning on LeMay Street. Fox 2 caught up with Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison at a community event to talk about the arrest.
It took a lot of help from our ATF, our FBI, our Wayne County Sheriff, and everybody else, our Michigan State Police. Just everybody came out to help, and we were able to get him in custody and without incident.
Fox 2 has learned that Latricia Green had an active PPO against her husband. Sources confirm Mario Green called the hospital upwards of 50 times looking for his ex-wife and showed up on several occasions as the threats from him continued to escalate. Tamara Canada was a co-worker of Latricia Green's.
Coming to find out it was her, I broke down in tears because me and her used to talk, because I was telling her I was having problems with my child father, and didn't know she was having problems of her own. And when she was telling me that she was having problems at home, I didn't have a clear picture of it, that she was really having problems at home.
In Detroit, Camila Mary, Fox 2 News.
This is another really big update. 3 Detroit men allegedly responsible for the deadly drive-by shooting that killed 6-year-old Riley Love have now been charged. 30-year-old DeMontrell Wilson, 28-year-old Deontay Cherry, and 28-year-old Terrence Ballou are all accused here. Back on July 27th, police say these 3 men opened fire on a group on England and Stinder on the east side of Detroit. Now, there you see this happy, jumping little boy full of life, now dead. A stray bullet hit and killed this child who was just inside his bedroom. All 3 men are facing a slew of charges, including first-degree murder.
New tonight, a suspected arsonist in jail, all thanks to the Clinton Township Police Department's drone technology. 23-year-old Cody Krantz allegedly set multiple fires inside and outside an apartment building on Joy Road. The drone gave officers a bird's-eye view of Krantz alone in his car. Krantz is facing home invasion and arson charges. He's also being held on a $500,000 bond.
We have breaking news from Pico Rivera, where the search is on for a gunman after a 13-year-old boy was shot and killed.
It happened overnight at a gas station. KTLA's Omar Lewis is live in Pico Rivera with the details. Omar, this is tragic. Good morning to you.
Yeah, Megan, Lauren, just a heartbreaking story out here in Pico Rivera this morning. And we've learned that 13-year-old boy was here as he was waiting for a relative to get off of work nearby. It's an active investigation out here. These detectives have been combing through evidence for more than 7 hours at this point. It all happened at this 76 gas station off Rosemead and Whittier Boulevard. As they work to figure out a motive, they're also searching for whoever pulled the trigger. We could take you to the video this morning and tell you that deputies responded to reports of a shooting around 11:45 last night here at this Pico Rivera gas station. When they arrived, they found that 13-year-old boy suffering from gunshot wounds. The boy was pronounced dead right here at the scene. Homicide detectives spent the night collecting evidence and interviewing witnesses to determine a motive and the moments that led up to this deadly gunfire. Investigators have very few details on that suspect who ran away from the scene immediately after gunshots rang out. Take a listen to a lieutenant from the LA County Sheriff's Department describing those details here this morning.
We're early on in the investigative process right now. All I can say is that he fled the location. He was last seen running away from the location on foot. There does not appear to be a robbery or an argument or anything prior, but I can say that the victim does have a relative who works here, so he does stay in the area while his relative is working. He hangs out waiting for the relative to get off work.
Residents in this area who we spoke to off camera this morning tell us they are very concerned as this shooting overnight comes just days after a man was killed at a different gas station on Washington Boulevard near Passons Boulevard here in Pico Rivera as well, about 2 miles away from this scene. This happened on Thursday night, and right now police do not believe the two shootings are connected, but the suspects in both cases remain on the run. Again, back out here live, we can tell you that the coroner just arrived here moments ago and is gathering the body of that young boy from this scene. If you have any information at this hour, you're asked to pick up the phone and contact Crime Stoppers. The number to dial 1-800-222-TIPS. You can remain anonymous. That is the latest for now here live from Pico Rivera this morning. I'm Omar Lewis. Lauren and Megan, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
It was a crash so loud, witnesses say they heard it blocks away. Just take a look at that damage. A Detroit police cruiser with 2 officers inside heavily damaged. Witnesses tell us the other car ran a red light just moments before that collision took place. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Pamela Osborne.
And I'm Will Jones. The crash shut down Gratiot near 7 Mile for hours. Noel Friel takes us to the scene to share what witnesses saw and how one woman jumped in to pull an officer to safety.
2 Detroit police officers are now in stable condition after police say a black pickup truck with 2 people inside ran through a red light here at the intersection of Gratiot and Lappin Street, hitting their police car. 2 officers lucky to have avoided more serious injuries after a major crash Saturday evening.
Very lucky. As you can see from what was out here earlier, possibly still out here, you know, our scout car is pretty banged up.
Impact, I mean, you could hear it blocks down. That's how hard the impact was.
Vanessa Bostic works at the store Loyalty Empire, which is right across the street from where the crash happened. She saw the black pickup truck run the red light, hitting the police car and sending it crashing into a light pole. She ran over to help pull officers out of the car.
The officer on the passenger side, he was knocked out due to the impact. Driver officer, he had a gash on the side of his head. He was a little bit dizzy, but he was, you know, able to walk.
One of the officers was transported to the hospital by police and another was taken by EMS. What's going through your mind as you're helping these officers?
To get them out as fast as they can because the engine's smoking and make sure that they're alert.
As for the condition of the 2 people inside the truck, we're told first responders had to tear down part of this brick barrier to get to the driver. We're told one of the people in the truck was transported by EMS to the hospital and another declined to be transported. Noel Friel, Local 4.
And we're also working to get more details on a serious crash tonight in Roseville. It happened near Gratiot and Masonic. Our crew on the scene saw multiple vehicles with heavy damage there. The crash happened around 7 this evening. We're reaching out to Roseville police to learn about any injuries. Be sure to check out clickondetroit.com for updates.
I thought it was crazy. I like it so, close to home.
I didn't know who they was looking for, but now that I know who they was looking for, it's kind of crazy to hear that he was over here.
Neighbors are stunned but relieved tonight. The man accused of shooting his ex-wife inside Henry Ford Hospital is now in custody. Mario Green was arrested in the area of 94 and East Warren on Detroit's east side early Saturday morning, ending a day-long manhunt that started Friday morning when he allegedly walked into the basement of Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit and shot and killed his ex-wife.
She's been identified as Latricia Green Brown. We've learned that Brown had sought a protection order against Green, but he had not yet been served. Green is in custody awaiting charges, which authorities say could come soon.
Meantime, a quiet neighborhood remains in disbelief over how the intense manhunt landed outside their homes. Shantae Passmore has the timeline of events from what neighbors saw.
Hey there, for hours, a who's who of law enforcement surrounded this neighborhood. We're talking about DPD, MSP, ATF, just to name a few. Neighbors tell me that the scene spread out this entire block on LeMay Street, but perhaps the most chilling part of all of this, something still remained out of place.
In custody, 53-year-old Mario Green behind bars after leading Detroit police on a massive manhunt. That search ending here just before 3 a.m. Saturday on the 5200 block of LeMay Street.
That was senseless, man. It's too much, it's too much killing going on.
The sprawling scene on LeMay Street spans Shoemaker Street to East Warren Avenue. Neighbors explain this empty lot is where law enforcement found Green's car. Police located his original getaway car just hours following the deadly shooting at Henry Ford Hospital.
I'm glad they caught the guy. Get him off the street.
Meanwhile, this resident tells Local 4 police focused their search not too far from his home.
All I know, it was about 3-4 cops sitting right here. You can hear the radio going off telling them to come outside.
As we wrapped our interview, Vincent Lewis noticed something out of place long after investigators left the scene.
What is it that you just found moments ago?
Okay, so we just found the Henry Ford visitor pass to the date of yesterday. Floor 1, room 135.
What's going through your mind?
I don't even know. I don't know if he brought this here with him.
He tells me no one here has either visited or works at the hospital. The visitor pass could mean it may be evidence.
He just wanted to leave a clue or something.
And despite the intense manhunt, police say they took Green into custody without incident. On Detroit's east side, I'm Shantae Passmore, Local 4.
We'll keep you updated on the latest information on the investigation over on our website. As soon as we hear more about those charges and what happens next, that's where you'll find it.
Charges have now been filed in the fatal shooting of a 6-year-old boy. We first told you about Riley Love back in July. A stray bullet came into his bedroom while he was playing, hitting him in the head. He died at the hospital. Now, weeks later, first-degree murder charges. DeMontrell Wilson, Deontay Cherry, and Terrence Blue were arrested Wednesday. Police say they fired multiple shots from a vehicle into a crowd standing near the intersection of England and Stender on the city's east side. One of those bullets hit and killed Riley in his home. The men are scheduled to make their next appearance in court on September 2nd.
Behind a deadly shooting at a Detroit hospital, now in custody. Thank you so much for joining us for 7 News Detroit at 7. I'm Whitney Burney. Detroit police making the arrest of 53-year-old Mario Green overnight. DPD tells 7 News Detroit he was arrested near East Warren Avenue and LeMay on the city's east side. Police say Green walked into Henry Ford Hospital on West Grand Boulevard around 10 o'clock yesterday morning, where he shot and killed his ex-wife, Latricia Green. 7 News Detroit reporter Faraz Javed tells us how DPD managed to take him into custody.
In less than 24 hours, the manhunt is over for 53-year-old Mario Green, accused of gunning down his ex-wife inside Henry Ford Hospital's main campus in Detroit Friday morning. Now, Green was arrested on the city's east side in this neighborhood, LeMay and Warren, just before 3 Saturday morning.
Did you ever think that the next day you'd wake up and to hear just that the person was apprehended on the street?
Yeah, no, not this close to me, no. No, that's very unsettling.
Reginald Clark lives in the neighborhood just 15 minutes away from the hospital where the shooting took place. A tragic incident he had been following as it unfolded.
It was very shocking and very relieving that they got him off the streets.
In a statement, Detroit Police Chief Todd Bettison said in part, "Our officers worked tirelessly to get this monster off the street. We have the best police department across the country, and I would like to thank our law enforcement partners who assisted us in apprehending Mario Green, along with the community who gave us numerous tips about the suspect. No person deserves what happened to Miss Latricia Green, and my heart and prayers go out to her family." After the lockdown ended at the hospital, we spoke to some of the people who knew the victim.
She never did nothing to nobody. She was a nice, generous person.
She was magnificent. She was more than a friend. She was a mother. She was a wife. She did her job.
Police say Friday morning, just before 10, Mario entered the hospital, proceeded to the basement where his ex-wife, 40-year-old Latricia Green, worked, and fatally shot her multiple times. Soon after, he fled the scene in a white Dodge Charger. A few hours later, the multi-jurisdictional manhunt led the police to Detroit's west side, where Mario's car was found abandoned in a neighborhood off Losser just south of 8 Mile. But Mario was nowhere to be found till Saturday morning.
He was such a sweet person. She didn't deserve what happened to her at all. She was the one crying out for help.
The victim's cousins also shared that Latricia's problems started many months ago when she was being harassed and stalked by her ex-husband. Court records show they divorced in 2018.
As early as last week, a friend of mine had told me that he followed her home from work and ran her off the road. So she went and made another police report.
The Channel 7 News team uncovered that Latricia filed a personal protection order twice against Mario. The first one was on June 13th of this year, which was denied. The second was filed in July and approved, but police say the order was never served to Mario. From the east side, I'm Faraz Javed, 7 News Detroit.
Stay with 7 News Detroit on air and online for continuing coverage of this developing story. We will have the very latest updates on air and, of course, online at WXYZ.com.